Well, I just signed a year lease on this little commercial space right here, so I'm gonna be working out of this. So I'm gonna get me a lift, get a lift put over there, and everything is cool with this space except for this stupid thing somebody put right here, and the owners don't want me to get rid of this because they think it's structural. Trust me, I've tried to explain to them it's not structural. I could even get a contractor in here to take a look at this and, you know, let you know if it's structural or not, but they don't want it messed with. They want just leave it here. I did get the rent cheaper because it's here, so fine, I'll just live with it to get the rent cheap. So but yeah, I mean, you can clearly see it's bolted to the ground. It's holding it up on this end, and on this end you can see these beams are resting right here on this. Definitely not structural. This can be removed, but anyway, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but whatever, the rent's cheaper. So I guess what I'm gonna do is, since I have to keep this space, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna frame in this area right here and make an office. Let's put some drywall on it and stuff, and then leave this section open over here, or maybe vice versa. And I could put my toolboxes and stuff in this corner, and workbench and things like that. So that's my plan, is to keep this side open, make this side an office, or vice versa, because this side seems to be a little bit bigger. So this side over here is why I'm thinking it may be better to put my toolboxes and workbenches and maybe a press or something, and I don't need a big office at all. So I'm thinking to make this side the office. So this is the space. I gotta get my lift put up in here. You know, I am a bit concerned about this edge right here, that it may be protruding over a little bit too much. This should be enough space. I wanted to put my lift over here if I could. So I really don't want to put it out here. I mean, I suppose I could just put it like right out here and wouldn't have an issue, but I kind of like the lift to be further back. That way I could get vehicles behind it if I need to. So, but anyway, this is my new commercial space. This is where I'm gonna be working. So at this point, I'm just basically moving my stuff in. I already got my lift ordered up, so I'm waiting for my lift to come in. But in the meantime, I'm just dropping off, you know, different things that's gonna be here at the shop. Okay guys, so my lift finally arrived. I'm here at this trucking company to pick it up, and as you can see, I rented a U-Haul trailer, and I'm having my new lift loaded up into the back of the trailer. I wasn't too happy with how the packaging looks. Doesn't look that great. You know, other lifts that I got in the past looked a lot better, but whatever, as long as I'm able to lift the vehicle and it serves its purpose, I'm all right. Got it all loaded up, back of the U-Haul, so we'll take it over to my new workspace. Okay, so fast forward a few days, here I am at the shop, as you can see, getting my lift put up, and at this point I'm drilling holes into the concrete to pound in my anchor bolts. So I got my lift put up, and it's time to move on to the next phase of getting this place set up. All right, so at this point the lift is fully installed. I'm just taking a look at it real quick to see if it's straight, which is obviously not straight, so I need to readjust the cables. This straight on shot right here, you really can tell the driver's side is definitely hanging down some, so we'll need to get that straightened out. Okay, so I got my lift adjusted properly now, and I also have all of my tools here and my toolboxes here, so I'm pretty close to being set up at this point. All I have to do now is have my buddy James come in and put up an office for me. Okay, so I'm getting my office framed in right here. So that's my buddy James on the saw over there, and that's his employee Ty. So I got them framing up the office at this point, and so we always do trade deals to help with some of the labor. Recently I did some brakes for him, some calipers, rotors, and pads on his work truck. I also put a motor in one of his vans on a previous shop that I had. I put a motor in there for him, and he's actually still using that van to this day. So but yeah, that's him framing up the office and getting everything framed in. Okay, so this is how much actually got done the first day. It got framed, even got some drywall in there. He knocked it out, got quite a bit done. Tore some of the existing wall out right here so we can get an outlet down there. And if you look down here in the frame, you can see some holes drilled, run some wire through, and also put a few outlets on that side. And up above we got some insulation up there, and got a ceiling put on, so we even got drywall up there. So we're moving along pretty good. All we got to do is get the AC put in the back and finish up the drywall, and then you can come in and shoot some texture. So this is the next day, and you can see all the drywall is pretty much finished with the outlets installed. Now moving on, this is I believe day 3 or 4, and we got windows in. The office is pretty much completed. So I ran some primer on the outside because I'm gonna paint this thing, and I need something for the paint to stick to. So I hit it with some primer. AC unit is in, so that's good. And I got plenty of room over here to put all my stuff. Going inside, you can see all the outlets are in. So we got to wire up this outlet right here, and something's a little issue is going on with this one, so we'll have to come back in tomorrow and figure out what's going on with that. But other than that, everything's looking pretty good. I got my door on. I got my doorknob in. I put one of these little electronic doorknobs on there, so it's kind of like a lock and doorknob in one. So I don't need a key. I already have too many keys, so I didn't want another key to that. So everything's looking pretty good. It's ready for paint. So at this point, we're just cleaning up and loading up, getting out of here, and I can come in here and get this thing painted. All right, guys, I'm all set up. So this is the grand tour, if you will. I do have paid customer vehicles here, so I am up and running. Customer states there's something wrong with my steering. Yeah, let me show you what I ended up doing with the office space. As you recall, I talked about putting the office space over here in that first video when this place was empty, and sort of filling it in here, and or over here where Dez is standing. So what I decided on was putting it in the middle. And so what that would allow me to do is to have a section over here to put larger shop equipment and kind of get things out of the way and put them in that corner. And then I also have a section on this side of it where I can put my workbench and things like that. So that's what I ended up doing. Let me show you my office. So here's my office. I ended up putting this garage tile down right here on my office space, and so my buddy James is a contractor, good friend of mine, and so he did the work on his office. He put it up pretty quick. But yeah, so this is the grand tour and what I ended up deciding to do with my office space. Now over here where my daughter's little Acura is, I'm gonna put another lift right here, and I sort of measured it out based off this lift. I'm probably just gonna buy the same lift, and so me and Dez measured it out. We got You know, this represents a column right here, and then based off the measurement of this other lift, you know, we drew another column over here, and if you notice, it's at an angle. So this is where the lift is going to be, so that when you come in, you can come in from an angle, and you could just pull in right here, and you'll just come in at that angle, and no problem. So I decided to put the lifts back and nothing up here, because you can see where someone had a lift here before at some point, and it's really close to the wall. You can see where that column was pretty close, so you know, your back would almost be up against the wall. So I don't want to be that close to the wall. So so I decided to put the lifts outside of this little area. So like I said, I got it cheaper because of this. So you know, it is what it is. Everything's so expensive nowadays. You know, wherever I can save a little bit of money, I am. So, and then I have this area here, this clear area. I have this clear area here where I'm also going to put a vehicle here and work on a vehicle that doesn't need to go on a lift. You know, just spark plug changes and valve cover gaskets and radiator repairs, intake manifold gaskets, check engine light diagnostics, you know, things like that, where I don't necessarily need to get the vehicle off the ground. So, but I will put some ramps right here, or I may get a little scissor lift, I'm not sure, but probably just get some ramps if it's a job where maybe I do have to get under it briefly. You know, I don't mind putting it on ramps and getting on my creeper and knocking it out. You know, obviously it's going to be something smaller if it's right here. All my larger jobs is obviously going to be on the lift. So anyway, that was the grand tour. I hope you guys like it. Please stay tuned. I'm going to have, you know, repair videos coming soon. Also, Des the Auto Tech is going to have more videos coming soon as well, so be on the lookout for that. If you're new to the channel, you don't know who Des the Auto Tech is, I will leave a link in the description to his channel. Go over there, like and subscribe. He's got automotive content over there as well, and be on the lookout for new content from him. Anyway, guys, that was the shop tour. Hope you guys like it. This is Bryan916. See you guys on the next one.